Greetings fellow flight simmer and welcome to the reaction review with me, GripperSim. Today we're first going to talk about the VR announcement for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Then the beta 1.6 which is released and the new aircraft within the beta. Training tutorials, ranked challenges, and will the Boeing 737 among other Boeing aircraft be available in the store after launch? And will there be a VR headset coming out that is compatible with the new Xbox Series X that also works with Microsoft Flight Simulator? Yes, very interesting. But first, on their highlight recap, Microsoft say Microsoft Flight Simulator is coming to Steam on August 18th and you can pre-order today. On the big one, ladies and gentlemen, they say VR support for Microsoft Flight Simulator is coming fall 2020. That is after release and before Christmas. We'll talk more about the VR now shortly. Track IR support available at launch and pre-release testing program to continue post-launch. But the big one there, guys, obviously, is VR. Okay. I'm going to calm down. I'm collecting myself because we all know when I get like this, I talk very quickly. And those of you who, by the way, English isn't your first language, you tell me in the comments. So I'm actually practicing on slowing down my speech, by the way. Okay, here we go. Let's read on. VR support coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator. We are excited about the reception that Microsoft Flight Simulator has received from the community and look forward to its launch on August 18th. Today we announce Microsoft Flight Simulator will support VR platforms beginning fall 2020 as a free update. VR support for Microsoft Flight Simulator will coincide with the HP Reverb G2 this fall. I'll get to that. Hang on. Containing myself. Okay. VR support will be available on all Windows mixed reality headsets upon VR launch. Support for additional platforms, headsets will follow. Stay tuned for future updates. Flight simulation is one of the few genres that suit VR extremely well, whereas other games in VR, they're more or less kind of experiences. Whereas Flight Simulator, and I can tell you from experience, is the full Monty. Now, initially Microsoft and Asobo kind of dismissed VR entirely, and they weren't even going to integrate it into Flight Simulator. Well, that's madness to us simmers. It's plainly obvious to us. But, the industry is still playing catch up as regards to what to do with VR. But due to the outcry of us simmers, and actually very early on, fair dues to Microsoft, they put priority on VR. And now we know it's going to happen. This clip is from US Army Military. It's a channel on YouTube. Have a look. It's quite interesting. Just do a search and it'll come up. Now, they use VR. They've been using it for a while. And they have Thrustmaster. Do you recognise that joystick? Some of you, there's the Vive. That's a headset you can buy. Anybody can buy. So this is not military grade anymore. It used to be only for the military. And here's a Thrustmaster. So they're all using the same stuff we're using. This is very similar to the setup I actually have. You get a gaming seat and away you go. I can tell you that VR is incredibly immersive. Immersion with an I. Okay, it's incredibly immersive. Now, so last summer, I was up at about 12 and I wasn't to go to work till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I said I'd pop on the Pimax and VR and go into DCS World, which I did. And I was in DCS World. The next thing, the phone rang. And they were wondering why I wasn't at work. It was 4:30. That was 4.5 hours later that went by because I was immersed in VR shooting down the Russians. Wow, now I don't know about you, but it's immersive. It's immersive, lads. Okay, so you've got a lot. If you haven't seen VR and Flight Simulator yet, you're in for a treat. Okay, I'm going to come back to VR because I've got a theory for you with regards to the Xbox. But next up, I said I'd talk about the beta. So very, very quickly, they say that we are excited to announce that build 1.6.13 closed beta is available for download for all alpha testers. For those that have not yet received an invitation, invites will continue to be sent out. There will also be new content, 9 new aircraft. The following airplanes, beginning with piston engine aircraft, is the Pit Special, Extra 330 LT, the Flight Design CTSL, Icon A5, JBM VL3, Robinson Cap 10, and the Zillan Savage Cub. On the turboprop side, we've got the very popular Beechcraft King Air 350. On the side of jet aircraft, we have the Textron Aviation Cessna Citation CJ4. Now, you're wondering, Is there any 747s? I get that question in the comments all the time. Bear with me, I have a theory on that too. So what about missions, challenges and training tutorials? Well, first of all, they will have bush trips, however that works. So that'll be interesting. Also, there's 4 new flight training tutorials. So they will have plenty of tutorials. I'll be doing tutorials as well. They seem to do it a little bit differently in America than we do here in Europe. So you can try both if you're having difficulty. Why not? But I'm delighted they have the tutorials in there. Also, 22 new landing challenges. So these are all famous airports where you can land into. Microsoft appear to be the first ones to actually recognise that simmers love bush flying. They love bush flying. And all these airfields and all these challenges are all specifically targeting to these interesting airfields. So this is great news, and it's very hard to get all of these bush airfields on other flight simulators. So hey ho. I have been receiving a lot of comments and people asking, will there be 737s? Will there be more big jets? Will there be Boeing jets? And the answer is yes. Now this news is actually about a month old. I'll just read this article for you from Stormbirds. PMDG, a well-known third-party developer for FSX and Prepare 3D, has announced that they will be bringing their well-known and highly regarded products over to the new Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's the first of what are likely to be in many announcements coming in the future for the new sim. Let's have a quick look at what this means. 4 highly detailed airliners. In the update yesterday on their forums, PMDG decided to clear up any confusion and rumours and note that they are planning to bring their aircraft product line to the new Microsoft Flight Simulator. Having built the line for P3D and FSX before that, PMDG have become well known for their airliners, notably the 737, the 747, the 777 and the DC-6. This is a picture of the 737 from PMDG. For those of you who are new to simming, PMDG have created study-level aircraft for flight simulators. Okay, and they're very, very good. This is the 777. They're very, very, very highly detailed, simulated study-level products in that every single button and switch and every logical system in the aircraft works as it would in real life. So they're as close as you can get in your home PC to actually going into one of the commercial simulators, like in American Airways or whoever it may be. This is the Douglas DC-6 here. So PMDG have been around for quite some time and they're really good, but they're expensive. They're about $100 lots for each aircraft. Well, a lot of work goes into it and I understand why. Now, what about my theory on the Xbox store, or should I say the Microsoft Flight Simulator store? Well, no one opens up a store with no stock in the store, do they? Now, my guess is PMDG will have their 737 in the store on release. That's my guess. I'm not getting that from anywhere, but you see where my logic is coming from? I'll have a bet with you for the laugh. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll eat my hat. I guess I wasn't wrong about the VR way back when they said they weren't going to have VR. I can't remember exactly what I said, but I was pretty convinced it would happen. But anyway, this reminds me, we were talking earlier about the Reverb G2 VR headset from HP that's going to come out at the same time that Microsoft will have their free update so we can use our VR headsets with Microsoft. Let's have a look at their ad. Okay, brilliant. They have partnered with Microsoft, you'll notice in the middle. I'm pausing it here because it's a little small print. Now, they have just said earlier on in this video, if you go back, that they have the highest resolution on the market. And here's a small print. They say, highest resolution on the market based on HP's internal analysis of the companies that have shipped greater than 50,000 VR tethered units. There are lots of VR headsets coming out that claim that they have high resolution. So you can't claim that, HP. Don't try and fool my intelligent viewers. Guys, I'm not going to let stuff like this slip because I'm going to be reviewing stuff for you and I don't like to lie and I'm not going to let that kind of stuff go. In any case, gripe over. Let's have a look at this HP headset that have partnered up with SteamVR and Microsoft. I will remind you that SteamVR, I have my Pimax and you link it up to SteamVR and it works seamlessly. It's really easy. It's not complicated to install at all. So that's what I like about Steam. Now, moving on to the headset. It says on the website, a headset that adjusts to you with a flexible material, increased cushion size and lenses that can be adjusted for different eye distances. Each user experiences a custom fit regardless of the face size and shape. That's all very important because some people find that very, very frustrating. And can you wear glasses? This is another thing. They say exceptional combination of visuals and sound, equipped with industry-leading lenses and speakers designed by Valve, which are actually really good guys. Our HMD provides high quality resolution and fully immersive spatial audio with, I think it's menu-free, 2160 by 2160 LCD panels per eye. Now, whoa, that, I just looked it up, that's 4K Ultra HD. So that would say to me that there's probably no screen door effect, I'm guessing. I have to do a bit more work on that, but that's pretty good. They don't need to play with words, do they? No. And then they say you can see more detail than ever before. Well, yeah, it's like looking at your 4K monitor. You won't see any screen door effect. Wow. Now, I have a Pimax 5K Plus headset and the screen door effect in that. That cost me over that cost me over $1,000. So more cameras, better tracking with 4 cameras built into the headset and no external sensors required. Oh, that cost me loads of money. I had to buy external sensors. This is great. So you can track more movement no matter how extreme. And with smaller and more ergonomic design, our controllers are more natural and comfortable to hold on to. Let's have a look at those. Compatible across the industry. Okay, so that's saying these are compatible with other headsets. I think they all are anyway. Okay, it says looking for access across any and all VR content with compatibility across both Steam VR, okay it is, and Windows Mixed Reality. Seamless access to everything VR is now within reach, all with quick and painless setup. Okay, so they're great controllers, by the way. I don't have them purely because I have the Hotas setup. That's short for hands-on throttle and stick, I think. Ooh, look at me. So your eyes are blind to your controllers, but your hands will know where they are. That's what Hotas is for. Anyway, how much does this HP VR headset cost is the thing. Now, my Pimax, I spent, I think it was $1,000 for that, and I had to buy the base stations. That really pissed me off, okay? But with this, you don't need any base stations. And what is it? $600. So they're coming down in price. Now, you know, there's a lot of headsets out there. You got to do your research. Some have a wider field of view, some don't so much. Some have a wide field of view, but pure quality of screens, and there's a lot to it. Yeah, so, I mean, if you want me to review these, I don't know how I'm going to do it because I've got to get my hands on them, and you can sure bet your Barney that HB aren't going to lend me a set after what I've just said about their marketing techniques and playing with words. Well, that's the way the channel goes. I'm not going to do that kind of stuff. But anyway, the great news is VR is out for Flight Simulator 2020. Happy days. Now, also, actually, I have my last theory. I keep doing this week. My last theory, guys, okay? You've got Microsoft, and they're teamed up with the new HP headset, okay? And what's the big thing that's Microsoft's pushing out later this year? Before Christmas as well? The Xbox. The Xbox Series X. That's coming out. So you've got Flight Simulator, you have the VR HP headset, and you have the new Xbox coming out. So again, wouldn't, you know, if I was a big guy in Microsoft, the boss, I'd be going, make sure the VR works with the Xbox on Flight Simulator, please. It's just logic. Just pure logic.
That is wise.
I'd like to thank all the members. I can't name all your names individually because I'd bore you to tears, and I haven't got around to thanking you all yet personally, but I would like to say, because of your contributions, I have decided not only to review and talk about Microsoft Flight Simulator on the PC, but I'm going to do it on the Xbox Series X as well when it comes out at Christmas. Because some people can't afford it, and like PCs, they could cost $2,000-$3,000, guys, or pounds even. So let me know what you think, members, especially if you think that's a good idea. Because remember, this channel is run by the viewer and the members. And the members, of course, have a special say, but all the content is the same. So thank you very much for contributing to the channel. And, you know, I'll see you next week.
If I may be so bold.
No, you can't. Shut up. I'm doing the talking. So do you think it's a good idea if I do flight sim stuff for PC and Xbox?
Anything else
but
is a waste of material.
Yes, but could I put it off, Spock?
I would not remind you of that which you know so well.
Yeah, but I'm asking you.
Each according to his gifts.
I'm going to give you a right bruising if you don't give me a clear answer.
I have no ego to bruise.
Okay, just give me something for the members.
Logic clearly dictates that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Okay, I'll take it to the members. No, sit down.
You're my superior
no
officer.
need to get up. No.
You are also my friend.
Not so close, Spock.
I have
Please.
been
Take your hand off my
and
shoulder.
always shall be yours.
Stop doing that. This is really inappropriate.